Hey guys, so I decided for the final project for my eighth grade class this year that I wanted it to be kind of like a competitive, cool experience that would encapsulate all of the things that they have been working on for the last, I guess, 3 years that they've had me at this point. So the best thing I could think of that would combine both competition, circuitry programming and fabrication, and entertainment was BattleBots. So what I'm going to have them do is make each of them in teams a BattleBot so that they can have a massive competition, hopefully by the end of the school year. So I also needed to make this as cheap as possible because teacher. So I'm all of the parts that I'm sourcing for this are going to be either off-brand, and except for the motor controller, because I've had a lot of problems with like the L298N style of microcontrollers while getting the kids to mess with them. So I'm going with Adafruit because they are not only reasonably cheap, they're not only reasonably inexpensive, but they are also very reliable. So they work all the time. Anyways, so basically all the parts I got are these. Let's see, we have an off-market Inland Arduino Uno. Sorry, it's already wired up a little bit, but I've been testing it just to see if it's going to work. I get this for like $7 at Micro Center. The TB6612 Adafruit a motor controller and stepper controller board. So again, fairly inexpensive, is like $6 each, and they always work. I have not had one not work yet. This tiny little RF module, which I'll get into more detail later, but I'm also going to make them make their own controllers. Two reasons for that. One is if they make it themselves, it's a good experience for soldering because I don't know if you can see it, but these little pins do not fit particularly well on the breadboard. So they're going to have to make an adapter for this 4x4 row of pins. Yeah, it's a great experience for them to be able to make their own controller, but mostly I am very cheap and I have a budget, so that works also. These wheels I got in a 8-pack, so it came with both the motors and the wheels, and the motors are geared down so they'll have more torque, which we're making it like a sumo bot kind of thing, so yeah, that'll be great. It won't be really fast, so they won't be able to lose control completely and then have everything just slam into walls, or maybe they still will, but we'll find out. So, but they're also like, I got eight of these for I think $7. It's ridiculously cheap, totally worth getting. So I have 16 kids, so I'm going to pair them up into groups of 2. So I'll need 16 wheels. I got a pack of that, 16. I have a couple others leaving around, and cool. The hope is that the entire thing will be able to fit onto a small board like this, and then they're going to be able to make up whatever kind of defensive or weapon systems they want from that. So the example that I gave them was a basic wedge type robot. Maybe black on black was not a great idea. So this 3D printed, this laser cut, sawed, whatever goes inside there, and then everything will fit in there, just like that. Done. That's not how it's going to work. No. So first thing they're going to have to do is figure out where all their parts are going to go. I haven't soldered the thing onto this, which reminds me I left my soldering iron on. Oops. So this goes there. This goes kind of like that, I think. Yeah, that's a thing. Okay. Alien. Beautiful. Yeah. I just gotta lift my laptop. As you can see, everything fits onto the board fairly well, and it allows me a little bit of extra space on the breadboard as well to be able to mess with to be able to mess with adding extra things. So like if we want to have them have a mandatory on-off button, if we want to have them have lights and stuff like that, then that's totally chill. They can do kind of whatever they want with that. If they want to make it really bigger, then that's their design consideration. If they want to make it tiny as their design consideration, hopefully it will break a few times. And the idea hopefully it'll break a few times, and the idea behind that is that they'll be able to make an iterative design. So their first one will hopefully not work great, their second one will work okay, and the third one will be the culmination of all of their efforts and probably also fail miserably, but at least it'll probably last a little bit longer. So that's yeah, my hope is that none of these survive, including my own. No, that's a lie. I want mine to survive. In fact, I'm going to build a super special one just in case someone survives. Yeah, they should know bitter failure. It's part of engineering. Yeah, teaching note. Good.